We are set in a new place in Romania, the city of Arad, and this apartment is our home for the next 3 weeks or so. On the first day here, I suddenly felt an enormous wave of anxiety and even fear. I thought, wow, maybe it's a sign I don't belong here at all, and this place will crush me. But then I looked deeper into myself and saw that it was just my reaction to finally having a more or less solid stay and at least some certainty for the next month. I was no longer in a fight or flight mode, and my mind released all the challenging emotions that have been accumulating there, waiting for a good outlet. I finally was ready to stop and figure out where I am. In today's video, I will give you a glimpse into my life, how I turn my anxious fuel into something promising and probably useful, and how I tackle my high sensitivity and being an introvert amidst the new surroundings, trying to get my life together. Part of today's video is kindly sponsored by Skillshare, but more about them later. This new adventure is not a vacation for me, but an everyday reality for an indefinite period of time. And to make it more manageable mentally and emotionally, I try to create a new home routine immediately, just as soon as we move into a new place. I carefully study that place, I notice what I like and also what I dislike. Yes, I find it crucial to acknowledge all the moments that bother me right away, because thus it makes it easier for me to make peace with them. Acknowledgement is a very important step towards acceptance and moving forward. For me, there is a difference between ignoring the disturbances and acknowledging them and eventually settling with them and weaving them into my routines. Real generosity towards the future lies in giving all to the present. Everything is new. New food, new language, new public transportation system. It can be really overwhelming. I don't think I'd manage that if I was all alone in this, without my partner. I haven't talked about it here yet, but I'm deeply saddened by all the horrible events, new events that are happening now in the world. People losing their loved ones, their homes, their lives. Everything is just almost impossible to wrap your head around. But also, all this gives a very important perspective to all of us. Not delaying good moments, not delaying love, not delaying things that make us happy. Sadness and compassion do not automatically deprive us of the right to seek happiness. I've denied myself joy quite a lot over the past 2 years. Sometimes it was intentionally, but oftentimes it was just on a subconscious level. And I don't want that anymore. Life is too short and too unpredictable, and that's why I try to make at least some of my dreams come true. Because why not? Dreams can be small, they can be big, they can be once in a lifetime, and they can be very simple. I can have a morning dream of having a pastry with apple filling, and I'm making it happen. I can have a dream of making my body stronger and healthier and work on it bit by bit, day by day. I can have a dream of getting a new linen dress from a particular brand a dream that is years old and finally making it come true. I'm not too big for small joys, even during the world's dark times. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. For a highly sensitive person, embracing new things can be challenging. As we usually rely on familiar routines, we tend to have very special attachments to some comforting things, actions, and surroundings. In stressful situations, my mind tends to shut down, turning myself into an anxious robot, if this metaphor makes sense at all. And knowing this inclination of mine, I try to harness newness instead of automatically trying to screw myself into that. And here is what I do. I read new books. To tell you the truth, I'm a rereader. I love going back to my favorite books, but at the moment, for this very important life reset, I turn to new books that I have never read. New knowledge, new emotions obtained not from my own life, not from something that I'm already familiar with, help me expand in a good way, take up more space mentally. I learn new things, new knitting tricks, new language, at least a bit, new creative outlets. By doing this, I show to myself that I can cope with newness, and thus I prove that I've got this. It's a self-therapy in a way, and this is where Skillshare is an amazing companion and assistant. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with a huge variety of topics, from illustration, graphic design and photography to music, marketing and productivity. I've done dozens of classes on Skillshare for my creative career, for developing my everyday and personal skills, and now I'm trying to tame planning in Notion. I'm not that good at figuring out new programs, and I've been delaying Notion for months, although now, with so much being on my plate in personal and professional life as a content creator, I need a better organization system. So I'm currently doing Notion Masterclass, Maximize Your Productivity and Organization by Ali Abdaal. He teaches everything I need to know to start with Notion, guiding from a complete beginner level to an advanced user. And another recently discovered class I'm loving is Perfect Fit Knits, Understanding and Modifying Knitting Patterns by Brandy Cheyenne Harper. It's a fun and very useful class for those who want to take knitting skills to a new level and not to fully depend on commercial patterns. If you're interested in these classes and thousands more, I've got exciting news for you. The first 500 people to use my link will get access to one of Skillshare's best offers: 30 days free and 40% off your first year of Skillshare membership. It's a safe and inspiring way to explore new skills, and you can always cancel within the trial month without being charged anything. Thank you for watching the sponsored segment and considering signing up for the free trial, because this helps my channel a lot. The most common advice that I've heard throughout my life from different people, from my parents, relatives, friends, sounded like, you should go out more often. Don't sit at home like an owl. Just go somewhere, do something. You need to change the surroundings. But no, I don't. I need to be on my own, not having to communicate with anyone, not having to be social. I savor aloneness, and I'm lucky to have a partner who respects this and doesn't think I'm sociophobic. I'm not. I'm just a heavy-duty introvert, and now in this new life situation, I allow myself to be who I am, and I do not force myself to go out and explore on the days when I just don't feel like it and I want to be quiet. I'm over the FOMO thing. I'm not afraid to miss out. I'd rather focus on not missing out the quietness of being with myself. But your solitude will be a support and a home for you, even in the midst of very unfamiliar circumstances. And from it, you will find all your paths. For me, getting my life together is a soft process of unbiased acknowledgements, intellectual growth, and thankfulness for where I am and who I am. I hope this video was helpful or supportive for you in any way. Feel free to share in the comments your thoughts and observations. And thank you so much for being here, dear friends. I value your time and attention a lot. And big thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon and other tipping platforms, because thanks to you, this channel exists and I'm continuing making these videos. And for now, as always, be safe and keep your heart open. And I will see you soon. Пока-пока.